Oh, you thought T.I. had seen it all? Nah, this right here makes his whole King Harris fiasco look like a church picnic. Because out of nowhere, the unfiltered tornado of truth herself, Jaguar Wright, just detonated a bomb so wild. It's got the internet spinning harder than Blueface trying to explain fatherhood. She didn't just drop tea. She poured boiling hot scandal stew all over the Harris household, claiming Tiny, yes, Mrs. Hustle herself, is allegedly pregnant with her new husband's baby. Not T.I.'s, not some industry rumor. She said it like she saw the ultrasound herself. Now imagine being T.I., Mr. Rubber Band Man, live on stream when the news hits. Man looked like somebody unplugged his ego. He went from King of the South to crying in 4K faster than you can say expeditiously. Social media is losing its collective mind. Some fans are screaming karma. Others are grabbing popcorn like this is the season finale of Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, The Divorce Files. And if you think this is just gossip, hold on, cause the receipts Jaguar dropped make Maury look like children's television. This isn't drama. It's a full-blown hustle heartbreak saga. Let's rewind this chaos before the tears hit the timeline, because the way the scandal unfolded feels like it was scripted by Zeus himself. It all started when Jaguar Wright, the self-appointed truth serum of the music industry, decided to wake up one morning and drop a digital nuclear bomb. No warning, no build-up, just straight chaos. She goes live on Instagram, hair-wrapped, teacup in hand, and says the words that would send shockwaves through hip-hop. Tiny got herself a new man. And a baby on the way. The comments section froze. People didn't even know how to process it. One second, they were asking about Jaguar's skincare routine, and the next, they were calling T.I.'s name like a roll call at Heartbreak High. The entire internet turned into an emergency response team. Screenshots flew. TikToks popped up within minutes. Hashtags like hashtag Tiny Pregnant Again and hashtag T Heartbreak started trending before breakfast.now. Let's remember, this is Tiny and T.I., one of hip-hop's longest-running roller coaster couples. These two have survived cheating rumors, public fights, federal investigations, reality show drama, and King Harris growing up with a camera permanently glued to his attitude. They've been through everything, but this? This hit different. When Jaguar said it, she didn't blink. No stutter, no hesitation. She said it with that dangerous confidence that makes you feel like she's reading your group chat. Tiny moved on. And she moved on for real. And then the dagger, she's happy. She's glowing. And she's expecting. The internet exploded like somebody dropped Mentos in a 2-liter of Coke. You could feel the digital shockwave. People were tagging T.I. left and right, like, sir, you might want to log off. But no, our guy didn't log off. He went live, because apparently, Heartbreak now comes with a Wi-Fi connection and a comment section. T.I. hit that go live button with trembling fingers, trying to act composed. But you could tell something wasn't right. That man's voice had the same energy as someone trying to talk through a lump in their throat while pretending they're not about to cry. He said, "Ain't nobody pregnant, man." Y'all trippin'? But the way his eyes darted back and forth said otherwise. That's not denial. That's panic disguised as confidence. Fans started piecing things together like detectives in the comments. Tiny's been missing from social media lately. No new pictures, no appearances, no recent videos. The last time she posted, she was wearing baggy clothes and smiling like she had the biggest secret in Atlanta. And now, Jaguar Wright connects the dots like she's narrating a true crime special. To make matters worse, Jaguar didn't stop at just the pregnancy reveal. She dropped names, hints, and locations like she was handing out clues to a scavenger hunt. She said Tiny's new husband isn't just some mystery man, he's allegedly tied to the industry. Somebody with power, somebody with money, and somebody who makes T.I. look like he's still cashing Rubber Band Man royalties. She didn't say names outright, but oh, she left breadcrumbs. And the fans ran with it like marathoners chasing gossip. Glory.Twitter became a war zone. Team T.I. was out there defending their general like soldiers in a digital army, saying Jaguar is just chasing clout again. Meanwhile, Team Tiny was celebrating like she just got free from emotional prison. Let that woman live. She finally happy. I've been embarrassing her for years. And somewhere in the middle were the fans who just wanted the next episode of the soap opera with a side of popcorn. Then, boom, somebody leaked alleged screenshots of Tiny and her so-called new man. The messages look too real. Late night heart emojis. Can't wait to meet our little blessing. You glowing baby. It was messy. So messy it made Tristan Thompson look faithful. By now, T.I.'s live turned from denial to defense. He started ranting about loyalty, betrayal, fake news, and people trying to weaponize information for entertainment. Classic rapper response. But halfway through, his voice cracked. That's when fans started recording clips, labeling them T.I. Cries Live. You can literally see him take off his hat, rub his face, and say, "Man, y'all don't understand." Before pausing, silence. That painful silence that says it all. Meanwhile, Jaguar Wright was on another leave, doubling down. She said, "You think I'm lying? Wait till the baby shower pictures drop." That woman was grinning like a villain in a Tyler Perry finale. She even claimed she had audio messages of Tiny confirming it. Whether that's true or not doesn't even matter. Once Jaguar says it, the internet treats it like gospel. And here's where things got spicy. People started revisiting old interviews. Remember that 2021 clip where Tiny said, "I'll always love Tip, but sometimes love ain't enough"? Yeah, that resurfaced. Fans were now connecting it to the alleged breakup timeline. Then they dug deeper. Paparazzi footage from a month ago showed Tiny getting out of an SUV wearing oversized shades, holding her stomach slightly and dodging questions. Every single move Tiny ever made suddenly became evidence. Every song lyric, every caption, every emoji. It was a digital witch hunt, but with ring lights and HASHTAGS. and T.I. The man who built his brand on control, composure, and dominance was unraveling live in front of millions. His usual slick wordplay was replaced by raw confusion. The more he spoke, the worse it got. "I ain't finna sit here and let people play with my family like this," he said. But the tremble in his voice said the damage was already done. Fans flooded the comments. "Bro, she gone. It's over. This is karma from 2016. People brought up every old rumor, every cheating accusation, every shady moment from T.I. and Tiny, the family hustle. It wasn't just gossip anymore, it was revenge season. By the end of that live, you could see it, the exhaustion, the disbelief, the heartbreak. The man who once called himself king looked dethroned by a woman with Wi-Fi and tea. And Jaguar Wright? She was still live, basking in the chaos, sipping tea like she just won an award for best instigator in a drama series. But here's the kicker, nobody really knew if it was true. That's the beauty and the curse of celebrity gossip in 2025. Reality bends, and perception becomes the truth. The world doesn't wait for confirmation anymore. It builds its own narrative. And T.I. just became the star of one he never asked for, and as the internet kept roasting him, one question began echoing louder than any beat he ever rapped on. What if Jaguar wasn't lying this time? By the next morning, social media was in flames. The story had spread like wildfire through every corner of the internet, YouTube gossip channels, shade room clones, Reddit threads that read like detective reports, and even TikTok edits with sad music playing over T.I.'s crying clip. The man didn't just trend. He collapsed the algorithm. Twitter renamed itself T.I. Tears Central for the day. And in the middle of it all, Jaguar Wright was thriving like a villain who finally got the perfect plot twist. She went live again, this time with candles burning behind her, claiming the truth needs light. "Ma'am, please." She turned heartbreak into a TED Talk. She doubled down on every word she said the night before and then sprinkled in even more chaos, saying Tiny wasn't just pregnant, but allegedly married in secret months ago. Cue the internet screaming like Beyoncé just dropped a surprise album. Fans were piecing together wild timelines. One person said, "Wait, didn't Tiny post that cryptic quote in August? The one that said, 'Sometimes your forever comes after goodbye'?" Boom, now it's evidence. Another fan swore they saw Tiny in a maternity boutique in Buckhead. Someone else pulled old footage of T.I. talking about forgiveness. Trying to decode hidden meanings like this was the Da Vinci Code, ATL edition. It became bigger than gossip. It became a movement. Memes flooded the feed. People edited T.I.'s crying clip with Boys on the Hood sound effects. Others made fake Tiny's baby gender reveal posters with confetti gifs and captions like T.I. or SVPD. Emotionally, the entire situation turned from heartbreaking to hysterical within 24 hours because the internet has the emotional range of a goldfish. has the emotional range of a goldfish. Even celebrities started chiming in. Cat Williams dropped a cryptic post saying, "When karma delivers the package, you don't get to choose who signs for it." The comments instantly exploded with TI tags, Tamar Braxton, LLUGEDLY liked Jaguar's video and then unliked it an hour later like she got spooked by the smoke. Boosie, of course, had to jump in with his usual off-the-wall commentary. He said, "Man, TI better tighten up. You can't be rubber band man and let another dude stretch your girl like that." Twitter had no chill. Meanwhile, Tiny remained silent. Not a word. Not a post. Not even a reaction emoji. And that silence spoke louder than anything Jaguar said. Because when the accused doesn't even flinch, people start believing the accuser. Jaguar wasn't done either, oh no. She said she had more proof and that she was protecting sources. Protecting sources? Sis, you're gossiping like TMZ with a prayer circle. She claimed to have a recording of a private conversation between Tiny and a close friend, where Tiny allegedly confirmed her new marriage. Whether it was real or AI, nobody knew, but in 2025, AI rumors are more powerful than facts. People were believing this story faster than they believed their own parents. TI, on the other hand, was spiraling. Fans noticed he unfollowed half the industry overnight. His posts went from inspirational to delusional in record time. One day he's quoting Malcolm X. The next he's posting, "God got me," with the same energy of a man trying not to throw his phone across the room. You could practically smell the heartbreak through the captions. Podcasts jumped on it too. Every relationship and celebrity gossip podcast turned it into content gold. Headlines like, "Did Tiny outsmart TI?" Or "Jaguar Wright's tea, fact or fiction?" flooded Spotify and YouTube. The views were climbing higher than TI's vocabulary count in an interview. Everyone wanted a piece of the mess. Even the old-school radio stations were talking about it. One host said, "TI used to rap about standing tall, but today he's standing in disbelief." The shade was astronomical. Meanwhile, fans kept spamming Tiny's last Instagram post with comments like, "Drop the baby pic, sis," and "Name him Hustle Jr." It was cruel, chaotic, and comedy gold. But somewhere between the memes and madness, people started reflecting. "Wait," one fan posted, "what if Tiny's just happy and done hiding it?" Another replied, "Then TI better call Maury, 'cause the internet already declared the paternity test." This wasn't just a scandal, it was a social experiment in real time. Everyone had a theory, an angle, a joke. Then came the twist nobody saw coming, allegedly. A baby registry surfaced under a name suspiciously similar to Tiny's. The registry was private, but screenshots started circulating. Baby clothes, bottles, designer strollers. Fans were losing it. This can't be real. One person tweeted right before adding, "But also it totally could. That's the internet's favorite contradiction, and TI?" He tried to go on his podcast to clear the air. Big mistake. He started the episode calm, collected, trying to intellectualize the pain using words like hyperbole, speculation, and digital fallacy. But halfway through, he snapped. "Man, you'll believe anything you'll see on the internet." He shouted, "Y'all ain't never seen me fold over no woman." And then he banged the table so hard. The mic cut out for 10 seconds. Clips of that meltdown hit every platform within minutes. The captions were ruthless. TI folds after saying he doesn't fold. Even people who didn't know who Jaguar Wright was started tuning in just to watch the train wreck unfold. Meanwhile, news sources started appearing out of thin air. A hairstylist claimed she'd seen Tiny and her new man at an event in Miami, holding hands, looking real cozy. Another said Tiny had been spotted shopping for baby furniture. And because this is 2025, even the AI paparazzi started generating fake sightings, convincing enough that gossip blogs ran with them before realizing the baby bump was photoshopped up by now. TI's tears have become internet currency. Every clip, every freeze frame, every sniffle had a meme version. Someone even auto-tuned it into a remix, "Cry Expeditiously, Feet Tears of the South," and it charted on TikTok. You can't make this up, but underneath the humor, there was something deeper. People were genuinely shocked that Jaguar Wright had managed to rock one of hip-hop's most untouchable couples. For years, TI and Tiny were the blueprint for ride or die. And now, With one viral live, Jaguar flipped that legacy into the biggest reality show that never aired. Still, the mystery remained unsolved. No confirmation. No denial. Just vibes, pain, and speculation. But one thing was clear, this wasn't going away. The more T.I. tried to defend himself, the more people believed he was guilty of something, even if it wasn't this. That's how internet scandals work. Guilt isn't proven. It's perceived, and as night fell again, Jaguar Wright went live one more time, this time smirking, saying, "You can silence me, but you can't silence the truth. The baby coming whether you like it or not." That line alone sent the internet into another meltdown. It wasn't just tea anymore, it was lava. The story had officially evolved from rumor to reality television in real life. And everyone from rappers to reporters knew one thing: if Jaguar Wright's right, the South just lost its royal family. By day 3, the chaos had matured into full-blown digital warfare. What started as a shocking live had turned into a cultural event. News outlets were calling it the Hustle House collapse. Twitter renamed their trending tab Tiny vs. T.I. And YouTube was clogged with thumbnails showing T.I. wiping tears. Tiny's face blurred out and Jaguar Wright mid-sip with captions like, "She warned US." T.I. was now officially living a nightmare in real time. Every time he logged on, someone had turned his heartbreak into a remix, a meme, or worse, an inspirational quote about karma. You could almost hear his publicist screaming in the background, "Just stay offline." But T.I. couldn't resist. He was in his feelings, live streaming like it was therapy. He'd go on rants about loyalty, manhood, the media, and selective morality. But no matter how big his vocabulary got, the pain was still right there on his face. The man's tears became content. Meanwhile, Tiny's silence only made her more powerful. The world started viewing her as this mysterious queen rising from the ashes. Every post she didn't make added 10,000 new conspiracy theories. Was she really married? Who was this alleged new husband? Was she actually pregnant or just playing chess while everyone else played checkers? Fans were convinced she was pulling off the ultimate revenge arc, and Jaguar Wright? She was bathing in the spotlight like it was liquid gold. She started selling exclusive interviews, promising to reveal the full truth. She told followers, "If y'all think I'm lying, wait till next week, it's about to get biblical." Every gossip page reposted that clip like scripture. The internet was hooked, waiting for part 2 of the revelation. What made things worse for T.I. was how people started replaying his own old words. Interviews from back in the day resurfaced, him bragging about loyalty, family values, and controlling his narrative. Now, those same clips were being stitched with Jaguar's accusations, turning him into the punchline of his own philosophy. It was poetic justice served by Wi-Fi, but deep down, fans couldn't help but wonder, what if this wasn't karma? What if this was heartbreak on display? Even people who used to clown T.I. started feeling bad for him. That live where he tried to defend Tiny kept circulating, his voice cracking, his hands shaking. You could see it in his eyes, the disbelief that after all these years, she might have really moved on. It wasn't the words Jaguar said that broke him. It was the possibility she was right. Then came the most unpredictable twist yet. A short, blurry video started circulating, allegedly showing Tiny at what looked like a private baby shower. You could hear "Happy Birthday" playing faintly in the background, but someone swore it was a gender reveal. The clip was grainy, the lighting bad, but the damage was instant. People screenshotted every frame, circled every shadow, zoomed in like the FBI. "That's her." One user wrote, "Look at the hair, that's Tiny's hairstyle from 2020. Another claimed they spotted her wedding ring, or was it a bracelet? Nobody knew. But by the time it hit TikTok, the narrative was already locked in. Tiny's pregnant. Jaguar was right out at this point. Even celebrities who had no business in this drama were jumping in. Cardi B commented "WHEW" on a gossip post and deleted it 5 minutes later. Tamer Braxton posted a cryptic "Sometimes peace comes after pain," and fans swore it was about Tiny 50 Cent. Oh, he couldn't resist. He posted a meme of T.I. crying with the caption, "When she moves on and the baby looks like the dude from Love and Hip Hop." The internet howled behind the jokes. Though there was a real conversation bubbling about public humiliation, about how fast rumors turn into truth, and about how the internet eats its own. People started debating whether Jaguar Wright was exposing truth or just weaponizing chaos. Some called her brave. Others called her bitter. But nobody could ignore her dot, and then, out of nowhere, Tiny finally broke her silence. One Instagram story. Black screen. White text. 3 words, mind your business. That's it. No explanation. No denial. Just pure unapologetic attitude. The internet erupted. Some said that was confirmation. Others said it was shade. But one thing was clear, she wasn't playing defense anymore. She was owning the chaos. T.I., meanwhile, was in shambles. His next live was the calmest and saddest yet. No yelling. No big words. Just a man trying to make sense of public pain. "Y'all don't even know what's real no more," he said quietly. "The internet don't care about truth, just the next laugh." His voice cracked again. You could feel the heartbreak leaking through the screen. And in that moment, the audience realized something. This wasn't a celebrity scandal anymore. This was a human unraveling in HD. Still, the speculation wouldn't stop. People started claiming Tiny had already moved into a new home. Others said T.I. was spotted in LA, focusing on music again. But you could tell the man's heart was somewhere in Atlanta, still replaying those Jaguar Wright clips in his head. Then came Jaguar's final blow, or so she said. She posted a screenshot of a message supposedly from Tiny's inner circle. It read, "The truth always comes to light. Let them talk." Jaguar captioned it, "Y'all thought I was playing?" The post went viral instantly. Whether it was real or fake didn't matter. It cemented the storyline. Tiny was reborn, T.I. was broken. Jaguar Wright was crowned the queen of chaos, and just like that, the world moved on. The meme cycle turned to a new scandal. But something had shifted permanently. The once picture-perfect Harris empire had crumbled in public. Their private heartbreak turned into mass entertainment. Fans who once called them goals now called them a warning. Because at the end of the day, this wasn't just about T.I. crying live. It was about how fast love can turn into headlines. How one rumor can destroy an entire legacy before breakfast. And how in the age of clout, the truth doesn't matter. The story does. So maybe Jaguar Wright didn't just leak a secret. Maybe she exposed something bigger. The brutal reality of fame in 2025, where the crown can slip, the queen can vanish, and the king can cry all before the next notification hits. And as T.I. wiped those last tears on live, fans couldn't help but whisper what everyone was thinking. This time, the hustle really broke the king. Whew! If you made it this far, you just survived one of the wildest emotional roller coasters Atlanta's ever seen, and that's saying something. Jaguar Wright dropped receipts like grenades. Tiny vanished into mystery like Beyoncé before a surprise drop, and T.I. gave us tears that could fill the Chattahoochee River. This wasn't a scandal. This was Shakespeare with Wi-Fi. But now it's your turn. What do you think? Is Jaguar Wright really the prophet of hip-hop truth, or just the internet's favorite chaos generator? Do you believe Tiny's really pregnant by her new husband? Or did Jaguar just play the industry's biggest bluff since Tupac hologram Lev? Drop your wildest theories in the comments, because we read them all in half the time. Y'all find clues the celebrities missed, and let's be honest, this story's just getting started. Tomorrow, someone's gonna leak a baby registry. Next week, we'll probably see T.I. in a podcast talking about emotional reparations. You don't want to miss any of it. So smash that like button like it owes you money. Hit subscribe like you're exposing your ex. And turn those notifications on because the tea never sleeps, and neither do we. Every time a celebrity cries, lies, or goes live, Trend Tattle is right there with the receipts, the sarcasm, and the popcorn. Because in this world, drama isn't an accident, it's a lifestyle. Stay messy. Stay curious. And remember, in hip-hop Hollywood, nothing's ever over. It just goes live again. This is Trend Tattle, signing off, where the truth gets louder, the lies get funnier, and the tea? Always boiling hot. Boiling hot.